Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood now at 6 a.m.
It's just like, how can someone do this and just run off like that?
Right now on News 6 Mornings, he was hit, backed over, and left there to die. He's talking to News 6 about his survival. And a child's death rocks a community here in Central Florida. The warning health officials are giving in the aftermath. Plus, the first U.S. lunar lander since the 70s is now on the moon, but it's not exactly upright. And later, a facelift coming to an area under I-4, but it's not the first time we've talked about this. That's an exciting story. First, though, the rain is out and the sun is on the way. Good morning, Central Florida. You're watching News 6 Getting Results. I'm Jerry Askin.
And thanks for waking up with us on this Saturday. I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan.
Good. I've had my coffee. I'm ready for a good day.
I am ready. You know
good
what?
Weather.
I'm feeling much better now that my coffee has kicked in.
Awesome, awesome.
And the weekend is looking fantastic. Last weekend wasn't the best. It was
wasn't.
So rainy, you know, but I'm sure the gardens, the plants appreciated it.
And your dad, his garden, right?
Oh, yeah, he was very happy about the rain. But this weekend, it's going to be dry, pleasant, perfect weather really for any outdoor activities. Thinking about taking the kids out to the playground or whatever you have planned today, any events, looking good to go. As we take a live look outside, this is out in Brevard County and Port Canaveral. Everything is nice and quiet. I am seeing a little bit of light in the sky there. The sun obviously not up yet, but we are looking at clear skies as we kick off our Saturday morning. So here are your temperatures if you're getting ready, about to head out the door. We're looking pretty good. It is chilly in a few locations. I am going to start off with Marion County. Ocala starting off at 52 degrees as we head to the Villages at 51. Lake County, Leesburg, Claremont starting off in the middle to upper 50s. Orlando nearing 60. And then our coastal areas, Cocoa Beach at 60. And we're looking at upper 50s in Melbourne. So as we take a look at your hour-by-hour forecast, as we go through the morning, temperature steady in the lower to middle 50s. And then today we'll see a daytime high of 72 degrees. As we head into the upcoming work week, we're in the 80s. I'll show you that 7-day forecast coming up in a bit.
Michelle, thank you. We'll see you soon. Breaking overnight, a large police scene outside of an apartment complex in Altamont Springs. That's in Seminole County. Here's video of that scene around 11 last night near Escondido Court and Essex Avenue. We have reached out to Altamont Springs Police, trying to get more information and to see if anyone there was hurt. We'll keep you posted once we get more here on News 6 and our website, clickorlando.com. Turning now to a tragedy out of Volusia County. A community is mourning after an 11-year-old boy dies. Officials say he died from meningitis. This morning, health officials are warning anyone who may have been in close contact. Our News 6's Treasurer Roberts has the letter from the Department of Health. Thank you, Treasurer. Only on 6, a tale of a hit-and-run victim left on the side of the road after being slammed into. And it's even more intense with the video of the 23-year-old U.S. Coast Guard member shared with us. But we're warning you, it's hard to watch. The motorcyclist is okay, but the video is insane. You can see him here before he tries turning right on this busy street when it appears a truck loses control, drives over him, backs up over his bike, and then takes off. As of now, though, no one has been charged. For the first time since the 70s, a U.S. mission has landed on the moon. But now the CEO of the private space company leading the mission says there could be a minor setback. The lunar lander tilted over at touchdown and ended up on its side near the moon's south pole, and officials say it has put a dent on communications. The CEO of Intuitive Machines says one of the landing legs may have gotten caught or slammed into a hill.
I can't tell you for sure. It'd be good to see the health of the landing gear and see how that all looks. And so it'll be a few days before we get all of that put together and reconstructed.
The company says the craft's sideways position is blocking antennas and solar panels needed to operate. They expect Odysseus will officially lose power and go dark in about a week. Your time is 6:06. 2 young people are recovering this morning after 2 buses crashed into each other near Disney World yesterday. Troopers say a school bus was heading eastbound on Celebration Boulevard about to make a left turn. A Lynx bus was heading the opposite direction westbound when the school bus tried to turn and got in its direct path. There were 40 students on that school bus, but no one besides the driver on the Lynx bus. 2 of those students were taken to the hospital with minor injuries, hoping they'll be okay. Today marks the next big primary in the Republican presidential race, and even though there's a clear frontrunner, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is not giving up. Polling shows Trump holds a double-digit lead over the state's former Governor Nikki Haley, who is vowing to stay in the race no matter what the results bring today. Both candidates also clarified their positions on a ruling by Alabama's Supreme Court that says frozen embryos can be considered children. That ruling has paused some IVF treatments in the state.
Government doesn't need to start intruding into this. We need to make sure that fertility processes are available to anyone who wants to have a baby.
I strongly support the availability of IVF for couples who are trying to have a precious little beautiful baby.
The polls in South Carolina open in just an hour now at 7 a.m. They're open until 7 tonight. And just a reminder, our presidential primary here in Florida is March 19th. The deadline to vote in person has passed, but you have until March 7th to register to vote by mail. We posted a voter's guide for you at clickorlando.com. Your time is 6:08 on this Saturday morning. Meteorologist Michelle Morgan is standing by. Michelle, we're expecting a windy start to our weekend.
Yeah, we had a cold front move through the overnight hours, Jerry, and that kicked up our winds. We'll be dealing with winds out of the northwest between 10 to 15 miles per hour with potential gusts up to 20 miles per hour. So that will create hazardous beach conditions if you're thinking about walking on the beach today. But temperatures right now chilly in a few locations. Of course, Florida standards. We're looking at Sanford at 55 as well as Apopka. Good morning. Orlando at 59 degrees, Kissimmee 57, and then Bartow nearing 60 degrees. So I do want to show you your winds real quick. Again, you see the direction out of the northwest. We're dealing with 6-mile-per-hour winds in Kissimmee, Orlando, Sanford, Leesburg at 7 miles per hour, and winds will continue to pick up as we go through today. Your hour-by-hour forecast as we go through the remainder of your morning. Beautiful sunshine, clear skies, keeping those temperatures steady in the middle to upper 60s. As we get closer to the afternoon, you'll see a daytime high of 72 degrees. It'll be breezy, a mild afternoon, but the most important thing, no rain in the forecast today. So if you're planning on doing any gardening, if you need to water, you'll need to water today, but also as we go through the next several days. And as we go into the upcoming work week, temperatures really warm into the 80s. We'll take a look at that 7-day coming up shortly.
I got a 2-for-1 house hack for you today. How to beautify your kitchen and not break the bank with this peel and stick on tile. Also, how to avoid this and how to fix it if this happens. I'm Eric Von Eyck, and we're getting results at home today. Coming up.
Eric, we'll see you soon. First, though, a botanical garden coming under the interstate? Well, that's what it looks like. The latest idea revealed for an area under I-4 after years of discussion on what's best for the community. You're watching News 6 Mornings. We're getting results for our friends in Union Park, DeBerry, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
Were you looking for love this Valentine's Day? This man was, only to be scammed out of thousands of dollars.
I see my money, I see something going up and down, but it was just a trap. My money was already gone.
How a simple investment led to a broken heart and a broken bank account.
I guess I lost big money. Stupid me.
His story you have to hear. Monday morning starting at 6 a.m. on News 6. Live with Jerry Askin and meteorologist Michelle Morgan. This is News 6 Mornings, getting results.
Taking a live look right now over I-4. It's quiet out there, but a little down the ways, the new project is in the works for the interstate, or should we say under it. It's between downtown and West Orlando. This week, officials revealed a new idea for what the city wants to put there, although it seems like we've been saying new idea for the past decade. Our News 6's Emily McLeod has more on the latest version. Could be exciting stuff overall. We'll see. Now, to guide you through how long this process has taken, it's a decision nearly 10 years in the making. Ideas for the ultimate I-4 project began back in 2015 when almost 600 parking spaces closed under the interstate. In just 2 years, all the parking lots were taken out in 2017. So it left the city the space to do whatever it wanted. In 2019, these renderings came out detailing 5 separate sections for sports fields, food trucks, and even a dog park. The goal was to unite the west side of Orlando near Paramore with downtown. Now, back in 2020, the name changed to the Under I Project, and it took the urban park a step further. In this plan, there was supposed to be a soccer field, volleyball and basketball courts, areas where people can gather, also performance spaces, play areas, and vendor kiosks. But that plan did not play out. Last year, city officials posted a survey asking people what they wanted to see in the space under I-4. I guess they got their answer. And like Emily said, here is the newest idea for the project, now dubbed the canopy. I like it. Officials say the cost for the project would be around $25 to $30 million. Construction is set to begin early next year and take around 2 years to complete, but we'll see what happens. All right, turning now to your weather forecast. Time is 6:16. Michelle, I love those renderings there. Downtown's a place to be today, seems like.
Yeah, everything looks very exciting. And you know, to the weather today and also tomorrow, if you do have any outdoor plans, we're looking so much better than last weekend. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Your weather headlines for today. The weekend, it'll be dry. Nice and quiet. Area of high pressure will slowly inch closer and closer to the state, keeping things nice and quiet. As we head into next week, that area of high pressure continues to move in, and really we're not looking at any measurable rain for the next 7 days. And today will be breezy due to an overnight cold front, so that is going to create hazardous beach conditions. So there's a high rip current risk in place through tonight, a small craft advisory, and also a gale warning. So if you're planning on doing any boating today, fishing, just be mindful of that. So as we take a look at the setup, here's our cold front. It's over South Florida, some showers riding along that. Yesterday we saw some scattered rain, but there's our area of high pressure over Texas. That's going to continue to move eastward towards us, and that's going to keep things nice and quiet as we go through at least the upcoming work week. So temperatures, if you're heading out dark and early, we're looking pretty good, pretty mild in a few locations. We're looking at 60 in Cocoa Beach. Good morning. 57 in Kissimmee, Orlando at 59, and Daytona Beach at 54 degrees. Winds are not that breezy right now. We're dealing with 6 miles per hour in Sanford, Orlando, Kissimmee, Cocoa Beach, 8 miles per hour in Melbourne, but winds will continue to pick up as we go through today. In fact, according to this model here, many of us will see wind gusts up to 20, even 23 miles per hour along our coastal areas. So again, that could cause a little bit of damage, blowing things around. So just keep that in mind as we go through your Saturday afternoon. And then those winds slowly dying as we go through tonight, but still remaining pretty breezy across the area. So it won't be as strong. Your hour-by-hour forecast, we stay in the 60s through the morning. Plenty of sunshine with a daytime high of 72 degrees. And again, because of the strong winds, there is a high rip current risk in place through tonight. So keep that in mind if you're planning on going to the beach, walking on the beach through your Saturday. So as we take a look at future radar, everything is nice and quiet as we head into tonight. It's Saturday. Have any Saturday night plans? If you're going out to dinner, clear skies will be with us, and that will allow our temperatures to fall into the 50s and 40s through tonight. So this is what I'm talking about as we take a look at rain chances. We're at 0 as we go through our Thursday, and then a 10% chance on Friday. So an isolated sprinkle possible as we get closer to the end of the week. And because of that, your gardening forecast, you'll need to water as we go through the entire week. So here's a look at your 7-day. 72 today, 50 tonight, 70 tomorrow, 76 on Monday. And then look at this, by Tuesday, we're in the upper 70s. And then Wednesday, it's going to be very warm across the area with a daytime high of 83.
All right, Michelle, thank you. And still ahead, if you're...
Hey, Central Florida, don't miss Inside Edition at our new time, weeknights at 7:30, right after Entertainment Tonight at 7.
Live from ClickOrlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results.
Right now on News 6 Mornings, the first U.S. lunar lander touches down on the moon, but it's fallen on its side. What this means for the future of the mission. Plus, hours away from the next primary and the campaign trail is heating up. Why one candidate is saying the race is far from over. Welcome back. Time now is 6:30 on your Saturday morning. You're watching News 6 Getting Results. I'm Jerry Askin. Before we get to our top stories this morning, meteorologist Michelle Morgan is standing by with a check of your Saturday forecast. Hey, Michelle.
Hey there, and I have great news to report about your weather conditions for the weekend. No rain. We're going to warm up nicely. It is going to be breezy, but other than that, we're looking at quiet weather conditions for any outdoor plan. So we had a cold front move through during the overnight hours. Some of us saw some rain out of it. It was brief. That rain is well to our south. With that cold front, air of high pressure to our west will inch closer and closer as we go through today and tomorrow, keeping everything nice and quiet. And of course, when I mean quiet, no rain. As we take a look at your current temperatures here, if you are heading out the door right now, 51 in the Villages, Ocala 52, Cape Canaveral 58 degrees, and Cocoa Beach coming in at 60. So some of us may need a light jacket. Winds out of the northwest at 6 miles per hour in Orlando, Sanford, Cocoa Beach, and Cape Canaveral. I do expect winds to continue to pick up as we go through today between 10 to 15 with gusts up to 20. We stay in the middle to upper 60s through the morning and eventually seeing lower 70s this afternoon. If you are heading out to the beach, keep in mind that there's a high rip current risk in place. We get into the 80s as we head into the upcoming work week. I'll show you that 7-day coming up in a bit.
All right, Michelle, thank you. We'll see you then. Breaking overnight, a large police scene outside of an apartment complex in Altamont Springs. Here's video of the scene after 11 last night near Escondido Court and Essex Avenue. We have reached out to Altamont Springs Police trying to get more answers and see if anybody was hurt. We'll keep you posted on what we find out right here on News 6 and our website, clickorlando.com. This morning, a community is mourning the loss of a child, and they're also on high alert of the disease he died from. The Florida Department of Health in Volusia County said an 11-year-old Burns Science and Technology charter school student died after contracting bacterial meningitis. Right now, no one knows how he got it. The health department asked the school to share this letter with parents whose children may have been in contact, suggesting they go to urgent care for preventative antibiotics.
We'll really just kind of work on allowing those kids or the staff to process.
The things to look for specifically with meningitis are an illness that's worsening.
Health officials say one big sign of meningitis is neck stiffness. And can your child touch their chest with their chin? And can they look up and down or turn their head? Other symptoms include headaches, high fever, feeling confused, and having no appetite. In the future of space, the Eagle has fallen, and so has the rest of the lunar lander, but it's now tilted over and communications are dwindling. The CEO of Intuitive Machines made the surprise announcement last night, just 24 hours after landing on the moon. To clarify, this is a demonstration of what the lunar lander looks like. This morning, News 6's Troy Campbell has more on how this happened and why this could cut its mission short. Troy, thank you. Governor Ron DeSantis says he's sending dozens more Florida law enforcement officers to the U.S.-Mexico border in Texas. Our News 6 investigators visited the Lone Star State to see how Florida troopers already serving there are protecting the border.
I'm News 6 investigator Mike DeForest. We have traveled here to the Mexico border to see for ourselves how Florida taxpayer money is being used to help Texas combat illegal immigration. It did not take long for us to find Florida Highway Patrol troopers and other state of Florida employees here in this border town.
That's Mike DeForest, but what are they actually doing there? We'll show you what our cameras captured Monday night at 11. All right, time is 6:35 this Saturday morning. In Results 2024, the next big test in the Republican primary gets underway in just a matter of hours. Voters in South Carolina will choose between former president and frontrunner Donald Trump and the state's former governor, Nikki Haley. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has the latest this morning in the final hours of campaigning. In Osceola County, a night of live music, entertainment, and food wrapped up with the hopefully annual festival called The Taste of Kissimmee. It took place last night at Lakefront Park. Visitors sampled food from several local restaurants. Officials say this is the first year for what's expected to be an annual event. I bet it was a great time and it was good weather out there. All right, 6:38. Speaking of weather, meteorologist Michelle Morgan is standing by in our Pinpoint Accurate Weather Center with a quick check of the Saturday forecast. A lot to do. A good weather for those who want to get out in the enjoy themselves today.
Yeah, and you know, there's always something to do in Central Florida, but this is the weekend to do it. Last weekend, not so much, but we are looking at pleasant weather conditions not only today or tomorrow as we go through the next or the upcoming work week. So I do want to start you off with the current temperatures here. If you are heading out the door, we're looking at 51 in the Villages, Leesburg 55, Orlando 59, Sanford at 55 degrees, and Lakeland coming in at 57 degrees. Now the winds aren't awful right now, dealing with 6 miles per hour winds in Citrus Ridge, Kissimmee, Orlando, Sanford, 7 miles per hour in Leesburg. Now winds will continue to pick up out of the northwest between 10 to 15 miles per hour with potential gusts up to 20 miles per hour. So that is going to result in a high rip current risk, or a small gale or a small craft advisory, and a gale warning as we go through today. Your hour by hour forecast looking good. Temperatures steady in the lower to middle 60s. Plenty of sunshine, and again, it'll stay breezy as we go through your entire Saturday. So your pinpoint forecast, Winter Garden seeing a daytime high of 72, Apopka coming in at 71 degrees, and Daytona Beach a little bit cooler in the upper 60s. So overall looking pretty good as we go through your Saturday. We get into the 80s as we head into the upcoming work week. I'll show you that 7-day coming up in a bit.
Oh my God. Oh, please do it. Life is too short not to. I love you too.
One of our News 6 anchors given a warm welcome in New York City. And in the audience, even some News 6 viewers cheering her on. We'll take a look at the preview. You're watching News 6 getting results for all of Central Florida. Beautiful sunrise this morning over Daytona Beach and Volusia County. We'll be right back.
When every minute matters, turn to News 6 for breaking news. Live with Jerry Askin and meteorologist Michelle Morgan. This is News 6 Mornings, getting results.
Welcome back. If you've been watching News 6 this week, which of course you should be, you probably saw that anchor Ginger Gadsden traveled to the Big Apple, New York. She was there to show off the best of the Orlando area on the Drew Barrymore Show. Now, Ginger is right back here where she loves in the City Beautiful, but she has a look at what we can expect for her debut on the show.
So we're outside the CBS Broadcast Center. That's where the Drew Barrymore Show is recorded. It's just before 9 in the morning. It's freezing. And as you can see, folks are already lining up. They won't get in for another hour or so because the show actually doesn't start until 11. Those are some dedicated fans. You ladies are from where?
Orlando!
What station do you watch?
WKMG.
Yes, ma'am, you won.
Thank you. I saw your station being taken out on the truck and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What did you say it was?
On the road. Let's go.
Too long is what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's why they keep on popping.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Okay. See, look, I got a pro tip right there. Thank you.
Welcome.
You look so fabulous.
Did you know you can watch Drew on News 6?
Did you know that you can watch Ginger on News 6?
Join Drew weekdays at 3 p.m. for the Drew Barrymore Show.
And then stay tuned at 4 p.m. to watch Ginger kickstart your afternoon local news.
That's right.
I think we're in. Ginger! Come on, everybody!
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Ginger, so much.
This was an incredible experience.
We love that. You can catch the Drew Barrymore Show on WKMG every weekday beginning at 3, just before News 6 at 4. Ginger's appearance is airing on Monday. Michelle, so incredible. Can't wait to see it. We all love Ginger here at News 6 and the Drew Barrymore Show.
Yeah, we love Ginger. We love Drew. So I'm really excited to see that show, that episode, and really see what they're talking about with the Tias.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. So we're looking pretty good this weekend, folks. Last weekend was a complete washout.
Yep.
Not the case this weekend. In fact, we're looking at a gorgeous weekend ahead. We had some showers last night due to a passing cold front. That cold front is well out of our viewing area. It is placed over South Florida at the moment, but behind that frontal boundary, our winds are going to kick up as we go through today out of the northwest, and also no rain in the forecast. Less humid air, drier air begins to filter in as we go through your Saturday afternoon. So quiet and dry conditions for the weekend. Next weekend, high pressure, an area of high pressure, I should say, begins to move into our area, and that is going to keep things nice and quiet for the next 7 days. Now, because of the strong winds this weekend, we are looking at a hazardous beach condition. we're looking at hazardous beach conditions. So a high rip current risk, small craft advisory, and also a gale warning in place. So if you're planning on doing any boating today, any fishing, just keep that in mind. Just be careful. As we take a live look outside, Port Canaveral looking gorgeous. Clear skies, seeing some clouds out in the distance. But temperatures are starting off at 61 degrees, winds out of the northwest at 9 miles per hour. So here's the setup. There's that cold front I was talking about. It's way out of our viewing area, but as we look out to the west, area of high pressure over central Texas, that is going to inch closer and closer to us as we head into the upcoming work week, keeping things fairly dry and quiet, and we are going to warm up. And I am talking about 80s as we get closer to Wednesday. Current temperatures, 55 in Sanford. Good morning, Daytona Beach at 54, 60 in Cocoa Beach, and the Villages, also Ocala, a bit cooler. You all are starting off in the lower 50s, so you may need a light jacket if you're heading out early this morning. Winds, not awful. We're dealing with 6 miles per hour in Orlando, Sanford, Cape Canaveral, 8 miles per hour in Melbourne, and winds will continue to pick up as we go through today. So here's what I'm talking about. So the wind gust across the area, some spots could see up to 20, 21 miles per hour, but as we take a look at our coast, Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach could potentially see up to 23 miles per hour. We stay gusty as we go through your afternoon, leading into the evening hours, and still dealing with breezy conditions as we go through the overnight. So your forecast for today, hour by hour forecast through the morning, we stay in the middle to upper 60s, plenty of sunshine with a daytime high hitting 72 degrees. So a pleasant afternoon ahead. So future radar as we take you through the next several hours, stopping the clock at 5. Not a cloud in sight. Everything is nice and quiet, a beautiful day, and even tonight looking good if you do have any Saturday night plans. Jumping ahead to March 10th, it's time to set those clocks an hour ahead. Again, spring starts on March 10th, so we'll be going from our sunrises to 6:41 on Saturday, and then on Sunday, we're looking at 7:40. So here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 72 today, overnight temperatures in the lower 50s, 70 on Sunday, and then 83 degrees on Wednesday.
Thank you. You're watching News 6, getting results for all of Central Florida on air in our News 6 mobile app. We're looking live there at Port Canaveral. We'll be right back.
Get to know your morning meteorologist, Candace Campos. Weekdays on News 6 Mornings.
Meteorologist Michelle Morgan joining us now with the final check of the forecast.
We're looking pretty good today, Jerry. Last weekend was a soggy weekend. This weekend, different story. Plenty of sunshine with our daytime highs climbing into the lower 70s this afternoon. It is going to be a chilly night with those overnight low temperatures falling into the lower 50s. We're back into the lower 70s on Sunday. And look at that, no rain. As we head into the upcoming work week, looking fantastic. We are going to warm up significantly into the lower 80s by Wednesday. And an area of high pressure is going to keep things fairly quiet. So we're looking at great weather for any outdoor activities. And I placed a 10% chance for a few isolated sprinkles on Friday, and that's about it. So I think Mother Nature just felt a little bit sorry for us.
Yeah, Ginger on the Drew Barrymore show next week. Folks at home don't know behind the scenes that Michelle is a speed runner. I just found that out.
I am.
Thank you all for joining us this morning on News 6. CBS Saturday Morning is next. Don't forget we're always on at clickorlando.com.